Today, we embark on a gentle yet powerful journey into the heart of the Buddha's teachings. For more than 2,500 years, the wisdom of the Buddha has been a guiding light for millions around the world. His words are not simply religious instructions. They are timeless truths about the nature of life, the mind, and the path to inner peace. In this video, we will uncover Buddha's timeless wisdom through inspiring stories and practical life lessons that can transform the way we live today. Let us begin with a story that beautifully illustrates the Buddha's teaching on anger. Once, there was a man who insulted the Buddha in front of his followers. He spoke harsh words, mocked him, and tried to provoke him. But the Buddha remained calm, silent, and serene. After the man left, one of the disciples asked, "Master, why did you not reply to his insults?" The Buddha smiled and explained, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong? In the same way, if I do not accept his anger, it remains with him." This story reminds us that when others direct negativity toward us, we have a choice. We can accept their anger and let it poison our hearts, or we can refuse it, remaining peaceful within ourselves. The lesson is clear. True strength lies not in retaliation, but in self-control. Another story reveals the Buddha's insight into compassion. Once, a woman named Kisa Gotami lost her only child. Overcome with grief, she went to the Buddha and begged him to bring her son back to life. The Buddha told her, "Go into the town and bring me a mustard seed from a household that has never experienced death." Filled with hope, she knocked on every door. But at each house, she heard the same response. Someone had lost a father, a mother, a child, or a loved one. Gradually, she realized that death touches every family, every life. With this understanding, her grief transformed into wisdom. She learned that impermanence is the nature of life. This story is a timeless reminder that suffering is part of the human experience, but through wisdom, we can accept it and find peace. Now let us look at a story about mindfulness. One day, a monk asked the Buddha, "What is the secret of your serenity?" The Buddha replied, "I live in the present moment." When pressed further, the Buddha explained, "The past is already gone. The future is not yet here. The only reality is the present. To live fully, one must be awake in the here and now." These words carry great significance even for us today. Our modern lives are filled with distractions, regrets of the past, and worries about the future. But when we bring our awareness back to the present moment, even in something as simple as breathing or walking, we discover peace. Mindfulness, as taught by the Buddha, is not a complex practice. It is simply the art of living fully in the now. The Buddha also taught about kindness and generosity. There is a story of a poor man who wanted to make an offering to the Buddha. He had nothing but a small piece of cloth. Though it was all he owned, he gave it with a pure and sincere heart. The Buddha accepted it with gratitude, and the man's act of generosity became an inspiration for others. The lesson here is profound. The value of giving does not lie in the size of the gift, but in the intention behind it. When we give with sincerity and compassion, even the smallest act can bring great joy. Another beautiful story is about forgiveness. A monk once carried resentment for many years. He felt wronged by a fellow monk and could not let go of his anger. When the Buddha learned of this, he said, "Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned." This metaphor reminds us that clinging to resentment only hurts ourselves. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior, but about freeing our own hearts from the burden of hatred. The Buddha's wisdom also touches on the pursuit of happiness. Once a young man asked him, "What is the cause of unhappiness?" The Buddha replied, "Attachment. We cling to things, people, and ideas as if they are permanent. But when they change, as all things do, we suffer." The solution, he taught, is not to stop loving, but to love with understanding, knowing that everything is impermanent. This kind of love is free, compassionate, and wise. It does not cling, but it nurtures and supports. As we reflect on these stories, we begin to see a pattern. Each lesson points us back to the truth that peace and happiness are not found outside of us, but within. The Buddha never asked his followers to blindly believe him. Instead, he encouraged them to see for themselves, to test his teachings in their own lives. His message was simple: be mindful, be compassionate, be wise. By doing so, we transform our suffering and discover a deeper freedom. In our busy modern world, these teachings are more relevant than ever. Anger, grief, distraction, attachment, these are not ancient problems, but human problems we all face today. And just as they guided people thousands of years ago, the Buddha's timeless wisdom can guide us now, whether through practicing mindfulness, cultivating compassion, or letting go of resentment. We each have the ability to bring peace into our own lives and share it with others. So, let us carry these stories with us as gentle reminders. When anger arises, let us remember the gift we can refuse. When grief weighs on our hearts, let us remember the mustard seed and the truth of impermanence. When our minds wander, let us return to the present moment. And when we feel the urge to cling, let us love with freedom and understanding. In the end, the Buddha's wisdom is not distant or unreachable. It is alive in every breath, every step, every act of kindness we choose. The stories are ancient, but their lessons are timeless. They call us to live with awareness, compassion, and peace, here and now.